Can you give me an example of when you have worked well in collaborating with your team by being your authentic self?
I think that was in the previous semester on our finals period where almost all of our teachers bombarded us with different projects and every project's deadline were within a very tight schedule.
Since we are in the same group in almost all subjects, everything was not easy at all. We have to yield our final research with at least 5% of plagiarism and is 90% grammatically correct.
We also need to give an update and faultless output to our database management system and submit an automated test case running on Selenium. And lastly is to comply hospital management system.
So, to make things go smoothly as planned within those projects, we distinguished which tasks requires more immediate action or attention. We started to delegate each task to the team as their assignments, but sad to say, some members just don't care, like it's alright for them to do just one task when we know they can offer more of it. In my case, I volunteered willingly to do more of the project's components, even though it's kind of heavy to process. What's been on my mind in those times was just to not make haste on passing the project or the requirement, but to meet the required deliveries and to be able to build a successful project that time is what I really aim.
In my part, to make my academic works more productive and efficient is I take some notes or bullet lists at my to-do list application just to make sure that I can keep tracing of what are the activities or tasks that I need to accomplish before or on the said deadlines based on the different major subjects. On the opposite end, I tend to get careless about working of other activities for the deadline is still on the long road and then eventually time passes instead of instead of I finished all of them, I found out that I've missed some of my activities that needs to be complete and passed before or on the said deadline.
Being a not so lazy person with a logical understanding of things, dealing with a situation, it is not about doing it fast. It is doing each activities using the most appropriate approach concerning with the time to give the higher percentage of correctness of each activities. First, learn what activity is and see patterns, and also how to do the activity. Then made it. Knowing what to do lessens the time to do it.
It was a very stressful time for all of us, but glad to say that we were able to get the job done because most of us were kind and respectful to one another.
All of us listened and are open-minded, and always up to new idea.
We lived in the moment, questioning ourselves what will become of us when we were all to develop the app in reality.
We always ask that one question between ourselves.
And suddenly, everything follows.
The engagement and the productivity between the team just grew higher.
We didn't need to say who's willing to do this or that.
Because everyone works well and is happy with the output.